When we think about NBA legends, most of us picture trophies, big plays, and those moments on the court that live forever. But here's a question. What happens when the final buzzer sounds and the paychecks stop coming in? Where does all that money go? Do they buy private jets? Do they build huge car collections? Or maybe, do they spend it on something totally unexpected? Today on GOAT Report, we're going inside the lives of some of the biggest names in basketball to see how they really spend their millions. And trust me, some of these stories will shock you. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to GOAT Report so you never miss the wildest stories from the world of sports. Michael Jordan, flying in style. Let's kick things off with the greatest of them all, Michael Jordan. Now, Jordan doesn't just travel, he travels in pure style. The man owns a Gulfstream G5550 private jet, and honestly, it's more like a mansion in the sky than a plane. Inside, there's a fully stocked bar, personal Wi-Fi, so he's always connected. And to make it even cooler, the outside is painted with a custom elephant print design that cost $350,000. Why? Because it matches his famous Air Jordan sneakers. Of course, luxury like this doesn't come cheap. The jet itself set him back around $61 million, and even after buying it, Jordan spends another $3 million every single year just to keep it flying. For most people, that's an impossible dream. But for MJ, the man who built a global empire, it's just another flex. Shaquille O'Neal, the king of custom cars. Shaquille O'Neal, better known as Shaq, is one of the biggest personalities the NBA has ever seen. And his love for cars proves it. If Michael Jordan dominates the skies with his private jet, Shaq rules the roads with his insane car collection. He doesn't just buy cars, he customizes them to match his larger-than-life style. From adding butterfly doors to his Dodge Hellcat, to redesigning his Rolls-Royce as a tribute to Kobe Bryant, and even building his very own monster truck, Shaq has done it all. In total, Shaq owns over 40 custom rides, with his garage valued at more than $5 million. One of his most famous car stories happened when he moved to Beverly Hills. After seeing a Ferrari drive by, he wanted one too. But there was one problem. He was too tall to fit. The dealer joked that he'd need 2 Ferraris cut and combined. Instead of laughing it off, Shaq actually did it. He bought 2 Ferraris and had them customized into one stretched-out version made just for him. Only Shaq could pull off something that crazy. Dwyane Wade, the $4 million sneakers. If Shaq spends millions on cars, Dwyane Wade spends his on sneakers. Wade designed the most expensive basketball shoes ever, the Way of Wade 4. These aren't regular sneakers. They're covered in diamonds, sapphires, and 18-karat gold. The cost? A shocking $4 million for just one pair. That's more than some NBA players make in a season. Wade may not have Shaq's garage or Jordan's jet, but he owns the flashiest shoes the game has ever seen. Allen Iverson, from riches to bankruptcy. Allen Iverson's story is one of the most famous lessons in money gone wrong. Growing up with very little, he dreamed of living big once he made it. When the millions started rolling in, Iverson went all out. He bought Lamborghinis, Bentleys, a $5 million mansion, and even flew on private jets. He was also known for spending $40,000 in one night at clubs, losing huge amounts in casinos, and giving away luxury cars to teammates like they were gifts. At his peak, Iverson was burning through about $360,000 every single month, more than $4 million a year just on lifestyle. But when the NBA checks stopped, the bills didn't. Debt piled up. He got sued by his jeweler for owing $850,000, and in 2012 he had to file for bankruptcy. His downfall shows a hard truth. No matter how rich you are, if you spend faster than you earn, the money will eventually run out. LeBron James, the billionaire who's cheap. LeBron James is the perfect example of smart money habits. Even though he makes over $111 million a year and is already a billionaire, he's known for being super cheap. LeBron doesn't pay for Spotify, won't buy apps, and still listens to Pandora with ads. He even packs his own snacks for games instead of buying food at arenas. Dwyane Wade once joked on live TV that LeBron is the cheapest guy in the NBA, and LeBron proudly agreed. It might seem funny, but this habit shows why his wealth keeps growing. He doesn't waste money on small things. Dennis Rodman, betrayed by his best friend. Dennis Rodman was always known for his wild lifestyle. He loved spending money on jewelry, beach houses, and even unusual cosmetic treatments. But his biggest mistake wasn't what he bought. It was who he trusted. In the mid-2000s, Rodman let a close friend named Peggy handle his finances. At first, everything seemed fine, but in 2012, his world collapsed. Bills weren't paid, his water and electricity were shut off, and debt collectors came after him. Rodman later discovered Peggy wasn't even qualified to manage money. She had been stealing from him. Over 3 years, she took more than $1.2 million. She was eventually caught, forced to repay him, and sentenced to 10 years in prison. For Rodman, it wasn't just about losing money, it was losing trust in family. Dwight Howard, the Snake King. Dwight Howard's spending habits are not what you'd expect. Instead of cars or jewelry, he spends his money on snakes. Yes, real snakes. He owns more than 40 of them, with some stretching over 20 feet long and weighing over 200 pounds. To care for them, he pays 2 full-time workers and even built custom snake mansions worth more than $100,000. Most people would run from that, but Dwight loves it. He even shows off his snake bites like trophies. Kevin Durant, a pickleball team owner. Some NBA stars buy into big sports teams, but Kevin Durant went in a different direction. While LeBron owns part of Liverpool, Giannis owns part of the Brewers, and Steph Curry has an esports team, Durant chose pickleball. In 2022, he spent over $1 million to buy a Major League pickleball team. It may sound unusual, but pickleball is the fastest-growing sport in America. With KD's name and money behind it, the game is only getting more popular. Charles Barkley, losing millions to gambling. Charles Barkley had a weakness, and it wasn't flashy cars or clothes. It was gambling. At his peak, he admitted to winning over $1 million in a single weekend more than 10 times. But the wins didn't last. He also lost triple that amount on other nights. By 2008, the losses caught up with him when a Las Vegas casino sued him for $400,000 in unpaid debt. Barkley later paid it back and stepped away for a while, but he admitted gambling cost him over $20 million in total. Giannis Antetokounmpo, a shoe obsession. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, has a simple addiction: sneakers. He owns over 4,000 pairs worth around $480,000. For some, that may sound crazy, but for Giannis, it's personal. He grew up poor in Greece, where he and his brothers even shared shoes just to play basketball. Today, with his success, he buys every pair he likes. For him, it's more than fashion. It's a reminder of how far he has come. James Harden, the $1.4 million night out. James Harden's spending habits are on another level. Back in 2017, when he was with the Houston Rockets, he went to one of the city's hottest clubs, Dreams. That night, Harden partied so hard that he dropped $1.4 million in just a single evening. The club was so shocked and impressed that they actually retired his jersey and hung it inside as a tribute. In Houston, Harden became a legend not only on the court, but also in the nightlife. Russell Westbrook, fashion. First, Russell Westbrook is famous for his bold fashion, and he spends big to keep that image. Every year, he drops over $350,000 on clothes. Russ even admitted he never wears the same outfit twice, meaning every day he's showing off something new. For him, fashion isn't just style, it's how he makes a statement. Stephen Curry, a championship celebration. In 2022, after winning his 4th NBA title, Steph Curry decided to treat himself. Instead of flashy cars or jewelry, he bought a $2.1 million vacation home in Winter Park, Florida. The mansion has over 4,000 square feet of space. For most people, it's a dream purchase, but for Steph, it was simply a victory gift. Michael Jordan, from millions to billions. We started with Michael Jordan, but we have to circle back, because no one spends like MJ. After retiring, he went on a wild spending run. He built his own $15 million golf course, spent $25 million on a NASCAR team, and dropped $88 million on 2 luxury yachts. But his biggest move came in 2010, when he bought the Charlotte Hornets for $175 million. That deal made him the first ex-player to own an NBA team, and it turned him into a billionaire legend. Kobe Bryant, spending on what truly matters. Finally, let's talk about Kobe Bryant. Unlike many others who spent big on luxury, Kobe chose a different path, giving back. In 2007, he and his wife started the Kobe and Vanessa Bryant Family Foundation, focused on helping people in need. The foundation supported homeless youth, donated to veterans, and funded programs to uplift communities. Kobe also granted more Make-A-Wish requests than any other athlete, making the dreams of 200 sick children come true. After his tragic passing in 2020, Vanessa renamed it the Mamba and Mamba Cheetah Foundation, honoring Kobe and Gigi. Today, it continues raising millions to give kids access to sports. From Michael Jordan's private jet to Shaq's giant Ferrari, from Allen Iverson losing it all to Kobe Bryant giving back, NBA legends have shown us every kind of lifestyle. Some spend their millions on luxury, some waste it, and others use it to make a difference. But here's the real question. If you had millions, how would you spend it? Would you live big, or would you try to change lives? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to GOAT Report for more unbelievable stories from the world of sports.